As the weather gets cooler, MCW only gets hotter. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Autumn Armageddon Tour Night 1 here in Ridgely, Maryland. My name is Ricky Owens, alongside the voice behind the camera, now the voice behind the mic, Mr. Dom DeMarco. How you doing, Dom?
Doing very well, Ricky. It is going to be a hot time in a cold town tonight, which I believe you just said, but we're starting
Not quite
out
like
right
that.
now. Ken Dixon, who brought an accessory with him to the ring tonight.
Well, we heard on social media, Ken, talking about that he was a master of this redneck kung fu, and he's going to show off his skills against the Dolomac, Tony Macko, here in the opening matchup of Night 1 of the Autumn Armageddon Tour here in Ridgely.
Interesting to see how this plan will work out. He's going up against a man that calls himself the Master.
I didn't even know that Ken knew anything besides just throwing hands. Just brawling style.
Oh, knows the technique.
The deadly crane style. The crane against the tiger style. Ken showing off his agility.
Ooh, atomic drop. I guess it's part of that redneck kung fu.
Oh! The palm thrust right to the chest of the Dolomac. Ken just having a grand old time in there.
Backing him into that corner, E-Honda style, but ducks the clothesline, does Macko.
Ooh. Good. Eats the kick to the gut. Oh, and the back body drop. And Ken Dixon on fire in the opening minutes of this matchup.
Taking it to the floor, though. That's where Tony Macko could be dangerous. Oh, it doesn't look like he has a Dolomac Dojo out there, I don't believe.
I was looking around. I actually don't see the Dolomac Dojo out here. This could actually fare well for Ken. Especially Ken, very dangerous on the outside of the ring.
This makes sense. Redo and Ghost, they have a tag title opportunity later tonight.
They got to be prepared for that matchup against the MCW Tag Team Champions, the Zukos. But Tony Macko has his hands full against Big Papa Joppa.
Bring the apron in with him.
Yes, the ring skirt, right to the throat.
That was a distraction. Tony Macko knew exactly what he was doing there.
And as the saying goes, if you can't breathe, you can't fight. Tony Macko knows that very well. Taking the breath, taking the air out of the lungs of Ken Dixon. Now using the bottom rope to his advantage, trying to choke the life out of Dixon.
He picked a body part, and now he's going to be working it over, and he's going to do a lot of these moves that are against the rules. He's going to have to get off of that. He's going to have to break at 5, before 5.
And to your point, Don, he picked a body part, a fragile body part on Ken Dixon is that surgically repaired neck. Ken Dixon suffering a broken neck little over 5 years ago, but I have to believe that pain never truly goes away. No!
Sternum first into that top turnbuckle. Dixon is down.
Even without the Dolomac Dojo out here, you hear Tony Macko top of his lungs. Who am I? Everybody might know exactly who he is by the end of this matchup.
Macko is coming off a pretty disappointing performance at the Bruiser Strong. Was eliminated first in that matchup, but a win over Ken Dixon, someone with a star of his magnitude, will greatly increase his stock going forward.
To your point, Ken Dixon, former Rage TV champion, former two-time MCW heavyweight champion. Now those shots, those mounted punches.
Ground and pound, just forcing Ken's face into his palm and his back of the head, his head into the mat.
Tony Macko actually going for another body part. Look at just pick apart Ken Dixon piece by piece. I could be wrong, but I believe this is actually a first-time matchup between these two. Oh!
Right. Oh!
Oh, wow! That back elbow taking Ken to the outside. It sounds like this crowd is solidly behind Ken Dixon. But Tony Macko making sure they know exactly who he is.
Took a big shot and a hard fall out there. He'll be dealing with a count-out situation here. Ken can't get back into the ring.
What are we at, 7?
Count is up to 7. Ken makes it back in, but Tony Macko pounces right on him.
Ooh.
Ken with these forearms, these palm strikes.
Right to the back, right to the shoulder blade.
Got a cover. Only one.
To your point, not only was it a big shot that took Ken to the outside, Tony Macko actually allowing Ken Dixon to get back into the ring under his own power, making him waste more energy, taking more of his stamina from this matchup. Ken firing back with those forearms. That's one thing that we've learned. You cannot give Ken Dixon an opening.
Went for the back.
Oh!
Oh! There, that palm worked against him.
That may have actually saved the life out of Ken Dixon, him escaping.
Dixon was going for the T-bone bruceplex, but it got countered by Macko. I don't think Dixon was able to get him up.
No, once again,
The damage he's been going through.
Yeah, those elbows, those kicks, we said, just picking apart Ken Dixon.
And trying to block the Irish whip here.
Trying to take it post to post, but Ken Dixon still has tons of fight. Oh, sending Macko to the outside, trying to get any kind of reprieve.
Go in quick, but runs right into that back elbow.
He said, you do not want to give an opening to Ken Dixon. That is exactly how he became a 2-time heavyweight champion.
Caught him there.
Catching that boot. Oh, but also catching a jab and a chop. And 2 for the price of 1. Ooh, flying shoulder tackle. Taking Macko off of his feet. And there's that T-bone that he was looking for.
One more time. No, Macko again fighting out of it.
Gotta give it to Macko. He knows exactly what he needs to do to get out of the situation.
He got caught with a power slam.
Power slam. 2, 3.
It's over.
The winner of this match, Ken Dixon.
Ken Dixon victorious in this opening matchup of the Autumn Armageddon Tour, a long tour we are going to have on our hands, Dom.
Just stop one. We have many more to go. Ken Dixon. Wasn't easy, but he walks out with a W tonight after what happened with the Bruiser Strong situation a few weeks ago.